Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alison, this is soullight.a, and I don't usually appear on a Wednesday, so this is a little special video. There is a launch of a brand new pattern today by Atelier Jupe. In fact, there are 3. I am supporting Andrea as one of the Pink Dorsal inspired ambassadors, and yeah, when she reached out to us and said that there were 3 patterns launching, were we interested in doing any? This one grabbed my attention straight away. So the pattern and the fabric have been gifted to me. Let's talk fabric first. So if you were on Andrea's live last Sunday, you'll have noticed her share this fabric. It comes in 2 colourways. The other one is black. This one, I will put a link to this one in the description. It's called Eclipse, which is just a gorgeous name. And it's a viscose satin. So it's a 120 GSM. And it's loosely based on animal print. And it's just got these beautiful blues and browns. And I'm wearing it today with my ready-to-wear barrel leg jeans, which are in this sort of shade of blue, which was why I chose this fabric. So it's a viscose satin, a nice weight. I used a microtex needle to sew it up and it sewed absolutely beautifully. It wasn't slippy, you know how some viscoses can like move around a lot and are really irritating. It wasn't like that at all. It was really lovely to handle. Machine and overlocker handled it absolutely beautifully. So the pattern that I chose, I feel like I've kept it in suspense a little bit and I'm going to go into some details, is this one, which is the Alexa blouse by Atelier Jupe. I'll pull that back a little bit. And the reason I chose this is I've been saying that I want to make some casual blouses that look great with jeans or barrel leg trousers, that kind of thing. So something that looks a little bit more elevated than a sweatshirt, but actually is very simple to wear. So this just fitted the bill immediately. So it's got some gathers here on the yoke and very simple collar, button down front. There are 2 different cuff options. So there is a placket cuff with a button closure on the cuff, or the option that I went for, which is a wider cuff and no closures. Now I've got quite large wrists. I'm not really fussed on buttons and things, so I chose the wider one. I did what I usually do. It's the first time I've worked with an Atelier Jupe pattern. I was very impressed by the instructions. I'm actually a visual learner, so I'm better with a video, but actually just followed step by step. And actually I found their collar instructions were really, really good. Yeah, so absolutely very impressed by the pattern. In fact, there's another one, I'll pop a picture in of another one that I want to go on order, because as well as being very good instruction wise, when I've looked at them, I actually think they're really good value as well. So yeah, I've got some fabric in mind for that, which actually I shared, and it was this one I was alluding to making, but I think it'll look really cute in this other one. So let me find some. Have I got some line drawings? If I haven't got any to hold, because oh yes I do. I don't always print all of the instructions out, so this just lets you see the details. Excuse me. So on the back you've got these pleats, which you just follow the markings and it tells you how to fold those in, so they all go one way. Very easy. If you didn't want to do the pleats, it would be very simple to gather between those notches and make it fit. And it's also got a double yoke, so it's a burrito method for the yoke, and actually again the instructions talk you through that really easily. So it's fully enclosed on the inside, very neat, very tidy. And I do make things with collars, but not loads. I've got to say the collar fit was just spot on. It all went together just so easily. I'm like, as I say, I'm very impressed with their patterns. Definitely want to look at more. So the front, as you can see, as I explained, you just gather into the yoke. I actually did all of my gathering, the top of the sleeves, the cuffs and the yoke. I did all of that on my overlocker. I think I did a differential of 2, stitch length of 4 on the shoulder and also on the cuffs, and I think I might have done 1.8 here, so it just made it gather slightly less. And the sleeve, when I put the first one in, I thought, oh, that was lucky, but it wasn't, because when I fitted it in with that differential feed to gather it in, it just fit. I love a bit of a win like that. So yeah, it was fun to make, fun to wear. It's my birthday today and I'm going out for lunch in it. So it launches tomorrow. You'll see it shared tomorrow. So what can I tell you? My measurements put me in the size 20, which I would normally be at 18 to 20. But there was lots of ease. Now it goes from, it's in centimetres, I'm a bit of an inches girl. So it goes from a bust of 132.8 centimetres to 177 centimetres. That would be the equivalent of a size 24. That's the finished garment. So to compare that, let me find what my bust was. So if I'd made it in a size 20, my bust would have been 116, but the finished garment would have been 164. So it was almost 50 centimetres bigger. Are you with me? So I actually looked at my hip size, because from the yoke down over, it's the same sort of width of fabric for the bust. So let me go back to that line drawing again. So if I kind of decided, there's no darts, what ease do I want around my hips? Do I want to wear it casually over my jeans or tucked in? Because I'll wear it both. So I actually went with the ease I was happy with here. So I made the size 16. So in comparison, that gives me, it goes off your bust measurement. So 152 compared to my bust, which was, did I say 117? So it dropped it down quite a bit. Don't know how well you'll be able to see on here. Let me just drop it. Okay, so hopefully you can see. So that's my jeans just here, and it's still giving me a nice amount of ease, but I feel like it's got a nice fit over the bust. So still plenty of ease in it. You can probably see now that I've just popped these quite neutral buttons on. But yeah, so enough of a drape if I want to wear it outside, but if I want to blouse it up and tuck it in, which you'll see on the photos I'm going to share, it'll nicely drape. So the only other alteration that I made was actually in the sleeve length. So that piece that I showed you earlier, I took off the sleeve. Now I've got kind of little dinosaur arms. I think I've got quite short arms. I often have to shorten sleeves. So what I did was I left this attached. I put the cuff together and put it over the sleeve, and then I finished it where I wanted it. So it actually sits just on my wrist, because I wear bracelets on this wrist, my watch on this wrist, and I didn't want to be continuously moving it to see the time. Interfacing on the collar, down in the front and in the cuffs. A very simple make, I've got to say, and I hope you like it. Will I make one again? 100%. You could make this longer and make it into a bit of a tunic as well, I would say, and put a little belt on it. So I think it's quite versatile. I think a drapey fabric would work the best for it, definitely a viscose, or something just with a little bit of body and drape, but would it work in a chambray? I don't think it would work as nicely in a heavier fabric, but that doesn't say that you couldn't do that. So I hope you like it. Please go over to Andrea's website, Beyond the Pink Door, and check out the viscose fabrics that might be suitable on there, because they are gorgeous. And the pattern is available on there, and Andrea also does pattern printing. So you can either buy the paper pattern or you can buy the PDF and get it printed and post it out to you. So thanks for stopping by today. Hope that you like it. I will have dropped some pictures in, and yeah, there will be more Atelier Jupe. So I'm pleased that I took the step and said yes, because now I've found a pattern brand that I think I might love.